Welcome to today's Life's Big Questions. Today is an interesting question that I hear asked all the time, especially in an all-inclusive, all-misappropriated, loving society that we live in today. People ask this question: why would a loving God or a caring God or a tender God send people to hell? I mean, that doesn't seem like something a loving God would do. If he's such a loving God, why would he send people to hell? Great question. Bible says in Revelations chapter 20, and I love reading this because many churches today don't preach this side of the coin. They just preach the fluffy, loving God that leads people to believe all these false things. They don't share the whole truth, and it's important to get the whole gospel. But the pinnacle of everything that we believe in as a Christian believer says that we will all stand before God one day. We'll all stand on Judgment Day before God, and we'll have to give an account for the lives that we led. And he explains this here in Revelations chapter 20. And I'm going to jump down a few verses, but I'm starting verse 12. It says, "And I saw the dead, great and small, standing before the throne, and the books were opened. And another book was opened, which is the book of life. The dead were judged according to what they had done, as recorded in this book." And then it says in verse 15, "Anyone whose name was not found written in the book of life was thrown into the lake of fire." That doesn't seem like a good God, does it? And then you jump down to chapter 21, and it really draws a line between the two here. In verse 3, it says, "Look, God's dwelling place is now among his people. He will dwell with them. He will wipe away every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death, no more mourning, no more crying." And then you jump down to verse 7. "Those who are victorious will inherit all of this. And I will be their God, and they will be my children." That sounds like a really good God, doesn't it? A loving God, a caring God. But listen to this. Verse 8 says, "But the cowardly, the unbelieving, the vile, the murderers, the sexually immoral, those who practice magic arts, the idolaters, and all liars, they will be consigned to the fiery lake of burning sulfur. This is the second death." Well, that doesn't sound like a good, loving God. And that takes us back to the initial question. Why would a good, loving God send people to this burning lake of fire in this second death? Well, the question is this, the answer is this. God is a loving God, yes, but God is also a just God, a righteous God, an honest God. He wouldn't be a righteous, true God if he just said, well, we'll just let everybody, It's our decisions. God doesn't send us to hell. He didn't create hell for us. He created it for Lucifer and his minions. It wasn't even created for us. But we make the decision as to whether we're going to follow God's will. So it's not God sending us to hell. It's we have the choice right now in our lives. You have the choice. I look at it as a judge in a courtroom. Somebody comes in and the charges are brought before the judge that this person did. And if the judge says guilty and here's the punishment is 5 years in prison, does that make the judge a bad judge or an unloving judge? No. This person made the decisions, not the judge. And the same is true in our lives. So this demystifies this whole concept of why would a loving God send people to hell? He doesn't. Well, he does, but it's our choice. It's our choice. We choose where we're going to stand on this Judgment Day. Judgment Day is going to be two vastly different days for a lot of people. It's going to be a great day where those that have accepted Christ are celebrating, and I can't wait. And it is going to be a dreadful day for many others. But the choice is yours. You can choose today to step into the will of God and live for him and not even have to experience this. It's a great word. Keep up with us on our website, theedge101.com. Follow our leadership talks on YouTube, The Mental Edge 2018. Have a great day.